Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. This is Emma Styles, and in today's video we'll be learning how to make a short pants with pockets. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. On this channel I create content on sewing tutorials, pattern drafting, DIYs and all other amazing content. Have you subscribed already? If not, subscribe and join this amazing sewing family. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. So I'll be drafting out the pattern first before cutting it out on my fabrics. And to draft a basic short pattern, I'll be making use of this brown paper, a ruler, tape rule and definitely a marker. The first thing I'll be doing is to draw a straight line that will serve as my waistline. After that, I'll be drawing another straight line here that will serve as a template for the side. So now I will label this place my waistline. So after that, you take a measurement from the waistline to your crotch line. For me, my crotch line is 10 inches. Then I will draw a straight line across the 10 inches that I already marked out. The next thing I'm going to be marking out is the full length of my short. I want it to be 17 inches. I already marked out 17 inches here. I'll just go ahead and draw a straight line across. So now guys, this is our waistline. Then I'll go ahead and label this line our crotch line and also our pants length. After that, I'm going to divide my hip measurements by 4 and I'm going to mark it out on my crotch line and on the waistline. Then I'm going to use my ruler to join the 2 points that I marked out on my crotch line and on the waistline together. The next thing is to divide the measurements on the crotch line by 4. I will just use my tape rule to divide my measurements by 4, and whatever it is that I get, I will go up and mark it out from my crotch line. When I divided mine, I got 2 1/4. Then I will go up from my crotch line and mark out the 2 1/4 that I got. Then I will join it together. So this new line will now be labeled the hip line. So now guys, on the crotch line you're going to be going out by 2 1/4 inches that you mark out to form your hip line. And from the middle of the crotch line, as you can see, you're going to mark 1 inch and make a curve to meet the hip line. So basically we are done with the crotch line. So guys, I'm going to mark my waist measurement divided by 4. I will mark it out on my waistline, and after that I'm going to mark out extra 1 inch for that allowance, and I'm going to be connecting the 1 inch that I mark out from the waistline to the hip line. The short is going to have a band of 1 1/2 inch, so I will be marking 1 1/2 inch down and I will cut it away. This is the band that will be cut away from the short. For the dart, I'm going to take my measurements from the new line after I've marked out the band. So for the dart, I divided my waist measurements by 2 and went down by 3 inches. Then I went ahead to draw a line to connect it, and after that I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on both sides and connect it to the straight line. So guys, for the tie, to get the tie measurements, I'm going down by 2 1/2 inches. You can go down by 3, you can go down by 3 1/2 inches. I will draw a straight line across and I will label the new line the tie line. So now on the tie line, I'm going to divide the measurement of my tie divided by 2 and mark it out. So guys, when measuring your tie measurements, remember to add allowance so that it won't be too tight on your body. So on the last line, you can reduce the measurements on the tie line for curve, and you can use the same measurement if you want it to be straight. I want mine to be straight. I'm just marking out the same measurements. So guys, I'll just go ahead and join the points that I already marked out together as you see me do. This is basically all for the front part of this pattern. What I'll be doing now is to cut it out. So now guys, to get the back, I'll just place the front on another brown paper, and I'm just using my paper tape to secure the front pattern that we already drafted out so that it will not be shifting. So guys, what I'll be doing now is to extend the crotch line, and I did this by taking it out by 2 inches. After marking out the 2 inches from the new point that I marked out just now, I went down by 1 inch. So now guys, from the middle of the crotch line where I had a curve, I'm going to go out by 1.5 inches, as you can see. And on the waistline, I'm going to measure from the dart to the middle of the waist. I get 2 inches when I measured mine, and I'm going to mark it out. From that new point, I'm going to go up by 1.5 inches. Now to get the new crotch for the back, I'm going to join all the points that I marked out together in a curve like this. So guys, this is the new crotch line for the back. After that, I'm going to take the waist measurement on the front pattern because it has to be equal with the back, and I'm going to be measuring it out with whatever I have. And for my waist measurement on the front pattern, I have 9.5 inches, so I'm going to be marking 9.5 inches on my back piece also. So guys, when marking out the waist measurement of the back piece, make sure it's aligned with the front piece, as you can see. Then I will just go ahead and join it together. Just watch me closely. Watch how I join my waistline of the back piece together. This is it. This new line here is the new waistline. So guys, I'm going to join the crotch line to the end of the pants, and also the new waistline, I'm going to join it to the hip. After that, I'm going to trace out what I have in the front to every other part, as you see me do. This is basically all for the back. So what I'll be doing now is to add the dart line to the back pattern. So guys, for the dart at the back, I measure my waistline divided by, I divided it by 2. Then I make a mark at the point, then I come down by 4 inches on, like before I come down by 3, I come down by 4 inches, then I rule my line across it, then I go in by half of an inch, then I create my loop. So guys, right now I'll go ahead and cut it out. So now guys, this is our back piece, and this is the front piece. So now guys, I've used the pattern to cut out my actual fabrics. And remember, when I'm drafting out my pattern on the brown paper, I did not add any stitching allowance. So I've gone ahead to add 1 inch stitches allowance on the fabrics. As you can see, I added the 1 inch stitches allowance all over all the measurements that I had on the brown paper. I did the same thing for the back piece as well. I added 1 inch stitches allowance all the way around the back piece. So guys, I already cut out the pocket, and I made use of 6 inches by 10 inches. So guys, I was supposed to make use of 6 inches by 12 inches, but because my fabric was not enough, I had to manage what I had left. So when I'm done measuring that, I make a curve around, as you see my hand demonstrate. So I would advise you, if you're cutting your own pocket, make use of 6 inches by 12 inches. So guys, the next thing I'll be doing now is to place my pocket under the front piece of my pants like this. So after that, I will go in by 1 inch at the waist area and mark out the 1 inch. After that, I'll also be going down by 7 inches, and when I'm done marking it out, I'll just create a cuff effect and join the 7 inches to the 1 inch that I marked out at the waist. And when I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. I did this for the pocket to be able to sit down perfectly. After that, the next thing I'll be doing now is to stitch my crouch area. This is the front piece and I'm going to stitch the crouch area. When I'm done stitching the crouch area of the front piece, I'll also go ahead and stitch the crouch area of the back piece. So guys, this is what I have after I'm done stitching the crouch area of both the front piece and the back piece. So now I'm going to be stitching the dart area. I will place my front pattern on my fabrics like this, then I will go ahead and notch the dart area. Then after that, I will measure the 3 inches that I left earlier on for my dart on the pattern. I will measure down the 3 inches. Then I will do the same thing for the back pattern. I will place the back pattern on the fabrics. I will notch the dart area. Then I will measure the 4 inches that we left earlier on while we are drawing the pattern on the back pattern. Then I will head over to the sewing machine to stitch the dart area. So guys, I already stitched the dart area of both front and back piece, and this is what it's looking like. What is next for me to do now is to fix the side pockets. So now I will take one side of my pocket to face one side of the front piece of my pants. I will place the pocket on the front piece of my pants, right side facing each other. Then I'll go ahead and stitch it all the way down as you see my hand demonstrate in this video. So when I'm done stitching, I'll just use my iron to press it to make it smooth. Then I'll go ahead and top stitch. So guys, when I'm done top stitching, this is what it's looking like. So guys, after stop stitching, I will flip it over like this. Then I'll go ahead and mark 1 inch. When I'm done marking the 1 inch, then I will stitch the remaining one all the way down. The 1 inch that I left is what I'll be using to join my front piece to the back piece of my pants. I already stitched it down here. I'm just showing you the 1 inch that I left for joining my front piece together with my back piece. So what I'll be doing now is to flip my pocket inside and stitch it on the inside to close the down part of my pocket up. So now I've closed the down part of my pocket, as you can see. So after that, I'll follow the exact process to fix the other side of my pocket to the other side of the front piece of the pants. So now guys, I've gone ahead to do the other side of my pants, and this is the 1 inch that we left that I'll be making use of to join the back piece of the pants to the front piece of our pants. So guys, the next thing I'll be doing now is to join the front and the back piece of my pants together on both sides. This is what it's looking like after I've gone to the sewing machine to stitch the sides together. And the next thing I'll be doing now is to join the crouch area. So to join the crouch area, I will place both crouch areas together like this, facing each other. Then I will take it from the middle part and stitch it down from the middle part. After that, I will stitch the other side down. So after joining the crouch area, this is what I have, and I honestly love the way this pant is coming out. And for the side, I stitched this place up, and the other side I did not stitch it up because this pant is going to have a zip, so I left a zipper allowance on the other side. The next thing I'm doing now is to hem the down part of my shorts. I'll just head over to my sewing machine and stitch down the down part. So now guys, I've cut out the band using 3 inches for the wideness of the band, and for the length I make use of my waist measurements. To join the band to my shorts, I'll place my band on the shorts like this, right side facing each other. then I will stitch all the way around on one side. So now this is what I have after stitching one side of the band to my pants. So now to close the band, I will fold my band in like this using 1/4 of an inch. Then after folding it in like this, I will fold it in again to cover the stitch that I made earlier on and stitch it all the way round. So now guys, what is left for me to do now is to fix my zip to my pants. I've already fixed my zipper here, and this is our short, looking so neat and clean, and I love the way it comes out. If you watch this tutorial to this place, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Short is always comfy, and you can rock it with any top, be it turtleneck, round neck, or off shoulder. I will attach a picture of how I rock mine here. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.